Hey Taurus, this is Christian here. I'm here to do a reading for the month of October. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Yeah, you can also check out your rising and your moon signs, see if those messages work as well, work out for you as well. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to use the Prism Oracle deck. Now, how did I remember the name of this one? And I barely use this deck. Fuzzy Prism Oracle deck. Boom. Gonna come out with that. Let's see what Spirit has for us out of this deck. Here. All right. Learn. Okay. And let's see here. Some of you may be studying something. Some of you are learning. Maybe you're seeing things for what they really are. I think for some of you, you guys are seeing beyond the veil, as they say. Okay, looking beyond what is coming to the eye. I feel like I kind of had the similar theme with Aries, but the thing with Aries was it was more so about them looking at their path, where they are compared to where they're going. This is just kind of, for you guys, it's kind of like looking out. It's more of a universal kind of thing. It's more, and I'm a Taurus too, so I'm saying you guys, but us, it's more of a universal thing. Your eyes are starting to become bigger to the mysteries of the universe. Okay, so this may be a highly intuitive time to where you guys are seeing beyond the veil, where you guys are kind of starting to see things maybe like when you, I know for example me, as I watch the news, I'm kind of like, not true, not true. And I don't think that it's necessarily coming from the space of me being, you know, me reading tarot cards and things like that. I just think that it's just kind of like we are kind of connected to the earth, Taurians, to kind of feel on an intuitive level, I think, without even knowing it. So maybe a lot of you are very, very intuitive and you guys don't really realize that you are. And like a lot of this stuff that people think, they think that tarot readers or people that do things like this are like, oh, these people can do this and I can't. Everyone is equipped with intuitive gifts. Everyone has their own level of understanding. You just have to really, really tune in. And for some of you, you're learning how to do that at this time. Maybe some of you are really, really into astrology, are learning about astrology and the planets, signs and things, and the way the moon cycles and things like that. But you guys are kind of learning to observe those things. With this ring, with these rings around these planets, what I'm kind of getting here is Saturn is the planet with the rings. It makes me think of the planet of Saturn, in which energy it kind of teaches us through restriction. So some of you are learning what things are holding you back, and some of you are looking at what things is also known as Father Time, Saturn. And I think that maybe some of you are seeing the things that may have been controlling your life or keeping you restricted that you may not have looked at. And now you open up your eyes. Like, you see this person with his eyes kind of like, okay, wow, I see what's going on now. So some of you are being awakened to some of the changes. You're learning about what things have been restricting you, what things have been holding you back, and what things you need to release to be able to move on from. So don't get mad at Saturn, okay? Because a lot of times people are like, Saturn is mean and Saturn is this. Saturn wants us to learn things through repetition, through constriction. It's wanting you to see, oh my God, this space is so cramped, so that you can find a new space, right? How would you ever know that it was cramped if you didn't feel suffocated in it? So maybe for some of you, it's like, oh, I feel like I need to grow. This needing, you're feeling like this yearning, like I need to grow, I need to get past this place that I'm in. So you wake up to the things that are holding you back. It's like, okay, let's see what things are keeping me in this space. Okay, so got that with the learn card here. Next thing we're going to pull is from the Animal Spirit Oracle deck. Sorry about the noise in the background, guys. Let's see here. From the Animal Oracle deck. Okay, that wanted to come out pretty quick. All right. Yep. So this is cleansing, this is healing, this is renewal. This is, whenever I get the frog, this is first of all taking a leap. So maybe this is something that you guys have been putting off for a very, very long time. And I feel like for some of you, this is, who will I be if I take this leap? What would I be without these restrictions? What would I be if I opened up myself to the universe? What cool things, what awesome things could the universe bring to me if I were to open myself up to this? If you think about this, the frog spends its life as a tadpole, right? And as a tadpole, all it knows is water life, aqua living, right? How to live in their emotions. Water represents emotions. So maybe some of you were just stupid. I feel like a soup, like sitting around in alphabet soup, like just sitting in your soup of your emotions. And I feel like for some of you feeling sorry for yourselves, feeling bad for yourselves. And it's like, you know what? I'm bigger than these situations. These are the things that are suffocating me, these feelings that this feeling that is darkness, that I can't be, that I can't have better than this, that I can't want more than this, that I can't feel any other ways different than this. And it's so funny because this month, guys, as a Taurus, I've been trying to do this, but sometimes I'm called not to do readings, to kind of focus on myself. But the thing that I kept getting for us was I kept seeing rain leading to let rain renew us, let the rain come down to refresh us. I've even been sleeping with water sounds and things like that. So maybe some of you are really, really drawn to water, or maybe some of you need to go get by water. Sometimes it can feel depleted, and this is where we've run out. Like, I'm out of space, I'm out of room to grow. I need another territory. And this is where you go from being a tadpole to being a frog, so where now you're on land. And the thing is, a lot of times the tadpole doesn't, do you think that the tadpole is walking around, is swimming around thinking like, oh my God, you know, life as a frog? No, they're like totally in tadpole mode because that's how they live, right? But when it's time for them, when they get too big to stay there, they jump, and then they move on to the next place, all right, to the next stage of life, which they're fully equipped for, by the way. Okay, I actually want to read. Said, I almost fell out of this chair. I can be like other reasons, be like, some of you might have just almost fell out of a chair. No, I'm just playing. Let's see. I want to read turtle. I mean, not turtle. Why did I say turtle? Turtle is one of the animals in here too, by the way. We're gonna read. Where is this frog at? The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first month of life entirely with this healing element and then emerges to the rest of land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked, undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. So you see how it says to bring you to balance, go to a lake, river, ocean, or bathhouse. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But this, to me, with these two together, is you getting to the point to where you need more. You're running out of your water here. I feel like for some of you, you could kind of be feeling numb a little bit, like just numb to life because you've been stuck in this space for so long. Okay, so yeah, this is just definitely coming out of that. And that's that rain feeling that I was talking about, being able to allow that water, that moisture back in so that you're not all dried out. We need good feelings. We need mushy, gushy feelings that we can count on, that we can trust on. If you're a Taurus like me, you know we have to trust, okay? And we don't learn things the first time around, which is why Saturn is like, okay, you're going to learn today, right? So it's been keeping us in this loop, this little ring, this little ring, this little ring, this little ring, until we decide to wake up and to take that jump and to get out of it. So it's further and further depleting us. So this is where we need that healing. And we get that by realizing what things have held us back and observing them to make the necessary changes that we do to be able to be restored and to be able to play in the game of life again, okay? Boom, boom. Learning the frog. We got learning the frog. Next card I'm going to pull here. It's going to be from the... What is the name of this deck? I'm infamous for forgetting decks. The Numerology guidance deck. What's Taurus need? Oh. Oh. I definitely want to point this out on the bottom of the deck. Karmic completion. So yes, what I was just saying about the rings, that ring, been done with that cycle. We are done with that. Now we're opening ourselves up. And the universe is really asking, what do you want to bring in next? This is a time of manifestation. What do you want to see? What do you want the path to be made into? This is a very clearing energy. The frog comes in to clear things out. Okay, you're clearing these cycles out, these routines, these things that have kept us stuck. So what do we want to replace them with? Okay, and this is kind of that space in life. I just keep on calling it blank space. After the rain is gone, then what do you want that sunshine to look like after that? Okay, this is manifestation, and this is karmic completion right here. So I like these two cards. I'm going to keep both of them right here. Like I said, these are things really standing out to me. Is this the Saturn-ish ness of this card right here, and this karmic completion card. This is where you're determining and deciding what is no longer serving you, what is done. I feel like that tadpole stage is over. It's time to be center stage in your life, and what do you want that to look like? So yeah, let's see. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm bad with lining up stuff. This camera's probably slipping all over the place. Yes, it is. So we're going to pull some cards. Some cards from the tarot deck. Let's see here. I'm going to pull cards from the Light Seer's tarot. And then we're going to clarify it with the Rider-Waite. I'm so bad at shuffling cards like that. But I promise you guys these cards are shuffled. All right. Let's see. What messages do we have for us? Ooh, got the Ace of Pentacles here. So yes, this is this new opportunity. For some of you, this could be a job change. This could be something different. Now, what I want to tell you guys is this. When you manifest things, okay, sometimes people can kind of get a little bit upset when the thing doesn't appear exactly how you wanted it to appear, right? Sometimes the universe gives you these seeds, and it means for you to plant them, and it's not that you're going to have this is like this. Like, just give you an example. The universe could give you $1 million in one day, and then you could blow it in a couple of months or a year or however much, right? Or would you take the universe giving you something that you could invest that could be multi-millions, right? And a lot of times we might opt for taking a thing that's very quick, and then it makes us overlook these opportunities that are a little bit smaller. And I think that for one of the things that I'm kind of getting here with this is, maybe for a lot of us, and I know for myself, I can say this, maybe there was this time period where we kind of were taking in things that sound too good to be true, and not trusting our intuition on those things to know that good things, that all good things take time. That sometimes, I'm not going to say all good things, but sometimes good things take time. And out of all of the different signs that could be able to understand that, the ones that understand it the most are the earth signs. And the one out of the earth signs, the one who understands patience and diligence more than any other sign is us. So this is these things right here where we've taken these shortcuts where we've like, oh, this is going to be the person that makes me happy for the rest of life. Yeah, sign me up. Oh, these are going to be the friends. These are going to be my friends for the rest of life. Sign me up. It's that being so happy to think that the life that we want is there so quickly that we give ourselves over to it right away without any discretion, without any what's the word? I just want to use discretion, or without any investigating. It's almost like we want so badly to have things so bad that when they show up, we have no question. We just accept it and we throw away. It's not that it's bad to want the things. What it is in that moment, what we say to the universe is that we're not worthy of anything greater than what is being presented in front of us right then and there. And the thing about it is, if we valued ourselves enough in those situations, then we wouldn't accept the first offer, because we know that if we turn down that, if it doesn't smell, if it doesn't look good, we can give it ample time. And if it's not right, then, if it's right, then hey, it'll be there. And if it's not, then hey, what's the problem with waiting? So sometimes this is where, like, if you go, like, let's just say you try to buy a car or something like that, and the person's like, oh, you have to get it today. You have to get it today. You have to do it today. You have to do it today. And then you're like, well, I mean, I was just looking around. I can get it tomorrow, but it has to be today. But it has to be today. But it has to be today. Well, for what reason are they trying to get rid of that car on that particular day? And when situations are like that, sometimes in life we may have have accepted those things because of the pressure of whatever or whoever was on the other side of that. And it's that in that it tests our faith in that moment. And a lot of times, maybe for a lot of us, we have opted for thinking that we wouldn't get it again. So this is where I'll never get that opportunity again, so let me take it right now. So now you end up in a job that you don't like because you didn't think you'd get another job. You didn't wait around. Okay, are you in a relationship with people that a person that you don't like because you didn't think that anybody else would come. You didn't, and it's not that you didn't, it's not that not thinking about anybody else coming or not coming is the problem. It's just that of course you're worth these opportunities coming in. Of course you're worth a good person coming in. Of course you're worth a good job. So why wouldn't they come in, and why wouldn't you be getting, opportunities? Why wouldn't you be able to walk in if you have the money to buy the car today? Why wouldn't you have it tomorrow? So it's a lot of this need to have it so quick. I feel like that's overpowered our ability to be able to see things that could turn into something, or to be able to wait, because all good things don't always start off like that. Maybe something might start off, it may come in a different package, but since we're so eager to have it right then, we go against our own intuition to be able to have that thing, to accept it when we really don't have to. We have options. I mean, just to be clear, we have options. Okay, I know that's definitely true for me. Wanting friendships so bad. Oh, I'll be friends with these people really quick. Wanting relationships. Oh, I'll take this person in and I'll just love them, and I'll, and it's coming really quick. And look, this is so from that, here's the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is someone who's abundant. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Someone who has the options, but they know it. And to me, oftentimes, my Nine of Pentacles, I always associate the Nine of Pentacles with Rihanna. So if you guys don't know Rihanna, then you're probably living up under a rock. But Rihanna is a mogul, in my opinion, as far as her clothes, her fashion, her music, her skincare line, all of these different things. And it's just this attitude that she just walks around with, like, of course, I'm going to have this. She's sexy, like us, we all sexy. We Tauruses, we all sexy people or whatever. But, let me, and what I particularly want to say about this sexy thing, okay? Because sex sells, all right? Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. I don't mean that anybody out here should probably be on OnlyFans. No offense to the OnlyFans people or any of the people that work that way. But what I've learned over the past few years is that as long as you keep something to yourself, and old folks say it, keep some for your, ooh, doesn't that make sense right there? Look at her, keeping some for herself. As long as you keep some for yourself, people will always want that, because you can give them all 8 of these pentacles right here, and as long as you keep that last one, they're going to still keep on coming to you. So for you business owners, if you don't tell all your secrets, all your tricks, they'll keep on coming. It's just like this. Let's just say you had a bakery. I know I'm an examples person, so please don't judge me. And you never tell people what the secret recipe is. They're going to keep on coming to try to test those cupcakes so they can know what the secret recipe is. They're always going to know that, okay? So that's the secret, to keep it coming, okay? Then when you have this confidence inside of yourself, this you let that grow inside of yourself, you're going to keep on being abundant, because now you have a piece of yourself that people don't have access to, and people want access to things that they cannot have. That's just period. It works with, this is working with friends, this is working with business, this is working in relationships. You have to keep a piece of yourself for yourself, okay? So this is that. I'm totally getting that with these 2 cards right here. This is definitely keeping a piece of you so that you can be able to be abundant, and then those things are going to keep on showing up, keep on showing up, keep on showing up. So instead of you saying, oh yes, I'll take that out, okay, yes, this is for me right here. No, this is you saying, wait, I'm good. What you're offering me, I already have. Okay, what else do you have to offer me? You have to be able to put yourself in the position to be able to think of life that way. And if you have not been thinking like that, then you've been undervaluing yourself. And it's okay, because we're learning. As we transform, we're seeing these things that have held us back. Okay, in order to be abundant, you have to have abundance. All right, so you have to start off with something, and the something may not be money. To manifest that in, it may not be money that you have right now, but it's the energy that you have behind you that you grow. And when that energy grows, it brings about the abundance in your life. That's what the Nine of Pentacles is about. Okay? And for some of you, Nine of Pentacles is a card of Virgo. This is the chipping away. Like I've been calling it that, the chipping away. The Nine of Pentacles to me is a chipping away card. Virgos know how to chip away at something. They work on it every single day until it's right. Okay, so this is working at something every day. These are skills. These are small things that you do every day in your everyday life that are going to turn into something different. For me, it's making sure I work out. It's making sure I'm doing 50 push-ups before I go to sleep. Maybe you don't want to do 50 push-ups. Maybe it's you're going to do this every day. You're going to do this. You're going to journal every day. You're going to do X, Y, or Z, whatever it is. But this is a perfect opportunity for you to take something very little, like a habit, and do it repetitively, over and over and over again until it becomes a habit. I just feel like a lot of this is dealing with confidence for us, okay? Let's see. What else do we have in Taurus here? Next card you have in here is the Strength. And yeah, Strength is definitely about, okay, yeah, totally. Strength is totally about confidence. This is the card of Leo. So this is about being proud of who you are. This is about putting on your game face, for one. This is about being confident in yourself, being confident in your abilities, being confident in who you are, being confident in the way that you look. I feel like for some of you, if you've been struggling like Taurus, if you've kind of been struggling with your appearance or something like that, this is to say start one day at a time. You can't, like I used to, I'm not going to say that I used to, weigh a lot more than I am now. Maybe about 10 to 15-ish pounds. Over the course of years, I've worked on that, but I knew that it's going to take persistence every single day. Look, the next card that was under here is perseverance. You have to persevere your way through it, and you have to work with yourself. When you're in the state that you don't like, you have to start telling yourself that you're going to become X, Y, and Z before you even get there. That's what manifestation is about. Okay, you have to see yourself, you have to see this, like you're looking at this like, okay, I see the things that are holding me back, but it's okay. I'm going to work by them. I'm going to chip off at them every day because I'm learning what things hold me back, and I see it now. So it doesn't matter what I see today. I still may see this today, but if I keep on working at it and chipping away at it, then eventually it'll become what it's supposed to become. Okay. And even with the frog, it's making me think of physical changes. So maybe some of you are really kind of concerned with the way that you look or your appearance. And as you come out of a time, the body accommodates your spirit. It's not your spirit that accommodates your body. Okay, your body is the car. You are the driver of that. So as you start to ascend, as you start to grow spiritually, you're going to notice that your body is going to change. It's going to start changing towards your inside. So if you're an abundant, you're a happy, you're a confident person, you're going to start looking more and more like that person that you see in your head. And that's exactly what happened to me. Like, it's not even just about weight. It was skin. It was the way that I dressed, the way that I held my shoulders back. I started to see myself like that person. And yes, it took a minute. You know what I'm saying? I still look in the mirror sometimes. We all do, and still look in the mirror and say, oh, I don't like what I see today. But it's not about it's not about not liking what you see. It's about, remember Saturn, what I was saying about Saturn. Saturn is not only the oh, you're gonna learn. It wants you to learn through, okay, if you don't like it today, do something about it. If you don't like it today, do something about it. If you don't like it today, do something about it. And eventually, from that repetition of you getting up and you doing it over and over and over again, you'll bring in what it is that you want, because you have to start showing the universe the things that you want before it shows it back to you. Period. Okay. I'm liking the way this is going, y'all. So yeah, that's that. Now we're gonna clarify these cards right here. Let me turn over all these cards. I'm sorry. I'm a messy shuffler, so sometimes they get a little. I'm a messy shuffler, so sometimes they get a little bit mixed up, but I want, let's go ahead and shuffle them. So yeah. All right, let's see. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles here. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. So yeah, so look, so this is the thing. The thing with you guys. Two things I got with this card, you guys. I'm talking about me too. A lot of times this is where, and I'm just gonna be, you know, I have to be blunt because I'll be honest, when I see cards, you know, like that, they're really, let's see. Sorry guys. When I see cards that really speak to us, and you know, don't think that it's just to you, because I'm a Taurus as well. And this is a lot of times where we wanted the result, but we didn't want to do the work. Every time we see the work, we walk away. And usually this card is where we're going on some spiritual journey, some path, which it is because we're going in a different direction. But I also want to note the negative of this, and this is with the Ace of Pentacles, where the universe has been saying, hey, if you want this bad, you can take this one day at a time. All right. You start with this little bit and see what you can turn it into. So a lot of times we're wanting things to show up in this full, complete form. And there's a lesson in not having that right then and there. Okay. This is the thing. When you take your time with yourself, when you get to this point, you're fully equipped with knowing how to be able to keep this. I always pray. And even if I always pray, but I've said this prayer plenty of times. Please, universe, don't give me anything that I can't keep, because sometimes it will hurt us more to get this and to lose it than it would be for us to work up from this to get to that. So in that's an ego thing, and strength is a lot about ego. Sometimes it's where there's a part of us that says, I want the easy way. I want the quickest way. I want it right now. I have to have it right now. And this is where we're starting to overpower the thing in ourselves that makes us need an instant gratification. And we're starting to be able to say, this looks like something that I can invest and turn into something. And that's definitely what we're kind of learning here with these cards right here. But this is you walking away from the things that may look good but don't necessarily feel good, and that's these opportunities right here, like this space right now. At the end of the day, if you're not, look at me, I have 2 hours to watch Netflix. Well, if you want your body to be, if you want to be in a more healthy place, then maybe that's 2 hours that you could be walking around the track, or you could be looking up recipes that could be a little bit healthier. You know, you can be looking up products for your skin, or you can be looking at different how to dress like this, or how to change my look, or how to do this. And I'm not saying this in any kind of way, like the way that you look is the only thing that matters or anything like that, not in a superficial way. But if it's something that's bothering you about yourself in that kind of way, this is why don't we take the actions and put in the time and the dedication to ourselves to be able to bring that into fruition. Because once you do it, let me tell you something. When you take the time to it makes you, I'm telling you literally, this is not me just reading these cards. From the work that I've had to do to be able to get from point A to point B with myself physically alone, I've given up meat. Not saying that everybody has to do that. You know, I definitely incorporate more vegetables. And I'm working on giving up meat again, because I did pescatarian for a little while. Now I'm trying to remove myself from that again. And sometimes it's tough. I want my shrimp and my fish, you know, but these are the things that I'm willing to do, the little things that I'm willing to do to get to this point, because I know when I already feel like I'm here, but it makes it to where when another person comes along, they try to tell you anything about yourself, they can't, because you've done the work. You didn't get it overnight to where anybody can come and tell you something like anything that makes you feel unabundant. Because when you do the work for yourself, you don't just hear, like if you went to work and you work for this $1 million, or you work to be able to have the money for that car that I was talking about, then you're not going to just let them sell it to you in a day. You're going to say, oh, I can take my time, because I want to make sure that I get something that's quality in return for the amount of time that I spent to be able to accrue whatever I needed to get this. So that is what the lesson is in here. And that's what these kind of things, that's what hard work teaches us. That's what putting one foot in front of the other teaches us. That's what Virgo teaches us, with chipping away at something until it becomes perfected. Virgo is a sign of perfected. Why am I saying that? but the sign of perfection. So yeah, so this is perfecting and working on something day in and day out and over and over again till it becomes what you want it to become. All right, next thing right here, 9 of Pentacles. Let's see here. Yeah, the Ace of Wands here. Particularly the Ace of Wands is usually about going in a new direction. For some of you, this could be definitely taking an opportunity or something like a dream or something that you've been working on and making it into something. But this is actually doing the work. Okay, this is actually doing the work for it. For particularly with this reading, I never get this for the Ace of Wands, but this Ace of Wands is about the looks. Totally about the looks to me. It's totally about you see these leaves kind of sprouting off and growing. And something here with the way it's something that's totally physical. I never really just get a reading like that, but this is totally about the looks, the way that somebody looks or the way that they treat their body. It's something to do with the physical, and pentacles can be about your physical body. Let's clarify the Strength card here. All right, what's on the bottom of the deck? The Hangman. Yep, perspective shift, changing, learning. Let's see. All right, you got the 7 of Cups. Yep. So this is definitely where there's been some confusion around your. It's almost like I get the feeling like, where is everybody getting their confidence from? Like, how is everybody feeling that great about this? How is everybody so sure about themselves? Like, I wish that I had what they had to feel sure about themselves, to look like I'm in power. Like, I know the direction that I'm going and I know my way. I want to feel sure of. This is someone who wants to feel sure of themselves. And the surety that comes with the 7 of Cups is emotional surety. You want emotional clarity, and I kind of see this as like these 3 right here, as this is someone who wants to go into emotional clarity. They want to show up with emotional clarity in their environment, so physically. And what I mean by that is this is someone who, okay, I'm trying to say it and I keep on getting kind of like tongue-tied. But this is someone who wants to show up in a relationship, and you want to know what feelings are your own, and what you want to know what feelings are your own and what are not, and what insecurities are your own and which ones are pressed up on you. And you're trying to figure out, I feel like this is someone trying to figure out, how do I do that? How do I go in and not get knocked off of my rocker? Because eventually you have to get back out there and you'll date again if you're not dating, and you'll have to make new friends if you don't have friends. You'll want to do something new that lights you up eventually. You wanted to know, how can I be safe in doing that, and have the surety that I won't lose myself, or that someone won't come in and overpower me into what they have going on. And I'm telling you, this is when you do these dedications to yourself, and when you do these routines and these rituals every day, when you give to yourself every day. And this does not necessarily mean working out. It doesn't necessarily mean diet change. Maybe it's a bath every day. It's like taking a Epsom salt bath every day. It's taking care of yourself in that kind of way too. It's just a self-care aspect. And what it is that when you do that, and I'm gonna tell you from personal experience with me, whenever I do something that's for self-care, every day, it's like a check-in with myself. So the moment that I feel like I don't want to do it, it's like, what made me not want to do it? And then I can immediately notice this person, not saying this person because it's not everybody's fault when things go wrong, but this situation is making me feel like that. Because for me, and I was thinking about this morning, sometimes, and I don't know if you guys have this, but sometimes I have this thing within myself, that when I can't fix people, that when I can't make people happy, then I feel like I want to give up on myself. And it makes me want to stop caring about myself in that way. It makes me want to stop showing up for myself every day, because I feel like I get lost in these situations, right? So this is where you're doing something where you love yourself so much that you're doing this thing for yourself every day, that whenever something kind of knocks you away from that, then you instantly say, there's something going on, because I'm not treating myself the way that I normally treat myself. Okay. And I think that that cycle of you doing that is over. This is the karmic completion here. You're walking away from that, and you're trying to manifest things that are more, more equivalent to where you want to be and how you want to feel. The trick to that is to feel that way first. You have to start with you. If you want somebody to take their time and invest in you every day, and to grow with you, then you have to treat yourself like a garden, and then other people will in turn treat you like that, because that's the way that you're treating yourself. Okay. Woo, that was a good look. They got me. They got me. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm gonna pull a card from the Archangel Oracle decks. Okay, what do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus? You are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. And one thing that I do want to say, I want to go ahead and put this there. It's like sometimes when I'm doing readings and before I do them, I get messages before, and I never know what sign they're going to be used on. But one thing that I was doing today is I was like doing chores around the house. That's that thing, doing little things. And also too, side note from that, when you start to do things routinely, they become you start to get into a trance. When you do them, you don't even notice that you're doing them. They'll work, so you get the double whammy. You're doing something for yourself that you're doing repetitively. But when you start to make it this thing that's bettering yourself repetitively, you start to not think about it. And when you're not thinking, that's when spirit starts to bring in these messages. You see this bird right here, what I was saying with the moon right there, when you start to do things like that. But if you don't have any habits that you do continuously, then you're never putting yourself in this space to where you can get the clarity, because your day is not routine. There's not like a system set up. You have to treat yourself like a kid almost. And with this thing right here, one of the things that I got earlier for myself is I was like, naturally, anybody that comes around me benefits from me, because I feel as though I have a healing energy around me. So I know that anybody, and I'm not saying that like other people don't make me better, because everybody has their gifts and everybody helps everybody. It's not like one person helps more than the other, because we learn from everybody. But what does that have to do with me knowing that if you come into contact with me, that you are going to leave better than you came in as? Because I'm going to make sure that you do naturally, right? So why can't I do that for myself? Why do I not want to better myself? Why can I not do that for myself first? And what's wrong with me walking around with the confidence that I know what you get out of being with me? For certain. And I can only say that to a Taurus, because we know how dedicated we are to the people that we love and care about. The one thing that we're not sure of is how someone's going to treat us back. So you walk in with the cards in your hands. You can't walk in like, oh, well, bam, let me give it away. No, you don't. When people give themselves away that quick, it's a sign that they're trying to escape from something else. Like, oh, let me hurry up and get out of this situation. So and just think about that. For some of you, when people love bomb you, let's move in, let's be together, let's do this. Why? Because if it's love is patient. It doesn't rush. It doesn't just run in. And that's why I'm kind of like seeing this hangman right here. Think about those things before you throw yourself in them. Don't just allow things to make you to go into things, to go on these journeys or these trips without really knowing where they're going to lead. And because of your lack of confidence, you see what I'm saying? Because then you'll end up having to walk away from them, you know? So I think that time period for you is kind of coming to an end, where you're not going to really be doing that too much anymore, okay? So that's what I got here. And then lastly, we're going to pull from the unicorn. Okay, what other advice do we have for Taurus? All right. All right, you got sanctuary. Take some time out away from the world, which I see you doing. Totally going to do that because you're going through this change right here. You're manifesting new things. Things are coming to an end, so you might be at the tail end. It's like this in-between space that we're kind of here. You're deciding on a direction that you want to go in. It says take time out from the world, spend more time alone, and meditate or go on a retreat. So this is what I was talking about with that meditation. When you start to, if you're sitting in your thoughts and you're thinking like, oh my God, this is not going good. How am I going to change this? Just put one foot in front of the other. Like I said, the Ace of Pentacles is all about things that grow into something else. So this is one day at a time. And I have another card in another deck that says, if you want to write a book, if you write a page every day for a year, then you have 365 pages more than you would have if you didn't. Okay, so that's just with anything, right? If you put one foot in front of the other, then next thing you know, you'll be exactly where you want to be. This is just walking away, putting one foot in front of the other, and see where that leads you when you dedicate yourself to yourself like you dedicate yourself to other people. So this is going to be a journey for you, and this is what I kind of feel like you guys are going through, or we're going through in the month of October. So I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.